Welcome to the module on Advanced Public Financial Management and Budgeting. The module is part of a qualification entitled Postgraduate Diploma in Public Management. The module will take you through the process of acquiring knowledge and developing financial skills with a particular focus on the South African public sector. In this presentation, I will give an overview of the module, identify the module outcomes, provide the textbooks and readings, give an overview of assessments, and conclude with expectations and commitments. During the 14 weeks, we will cover the following. In week 1, we are introducing public financial management. In week 2, we're looking at public money and government. In week 3, we are identifying the financial functions of the government. In week 4, we are looking at monetary and fiscal policy. In week 5, we are exploring government accounting and finance. In week 6, we are highlighting the role players in public financial management. In week 7, we're looking at organizations and functions of government in terms of intergovernmental fiscal relation. After week 7, you'll have a short break, and then we'll continue with our week 8, which will cover budget reform and management of public money through budgeting. Week 9 will be dedicated to public provision of goods and services and key sources of government revenue. Week 10 looks at the evolution from procurement and tendering to supply chain management. Week 11 looks at internal control in public financial management. Week 12 focuses on financial reporting and fiscal health. And then week 13 will explore ethical conduct and professionalism in the management of public finance, while week 14 is dedicated to the completion of your integrated assignment. In terms of the module outcomes, after completing this module, you should be able to do the following. Describe the key aspect relating to public finance management. Discuss the concept of public money in the government context. Explain the finance functions of government. Discuss the monetary and fiscal policies. Prepare and use financial management tools in the context of generally accepted accounting principles. Compare the functions played by various role players in budgeting and financial management. Interpret the organization and functioning of government in terms of the intergovernmental fiscal relations. Explain budget reforms and the management of public money through budgeting. Evaluate public provision of goods and services and the key sources of government revenue, and describe the evolution from procurement and tendering to supply chain management. Plan the implementation of the internal control process in the context of a public sector organization. Apply the different types of financial report and their content, and apply the principles that promote ethical conduct and professionalism in the management of public finances. And lastly, you should be able to complete the integrated assignment. For this module, there is no prescribed book, but the following are recommended as we'll use them throughout the 14 weeks. The first book is Public Finance Fundamentals by Moiketi, and the second one is the Management of Public Finance, a Practical Guide by Visa and Erasmus. Kindly note that the links to the prescribed material and additional readings will be made available on ClickUp. And I encourage you to do independent search to grasp the content of this module. Looking at the assessment overview, during the 14 weeks, in terms of the learning and readings, I will provide you with prescribed reading per week. And in terms of the formative assessment, you will have online tests, discussion forums, wikis, and blogs in each week. And at the end of each week, you will have summative self-reflections in terms of journal entries or blogs. And lastly, the summative assessment will consist of a submission of an integrated assignment which you will submit at the end of the module. As a facilitator, kindly note that I will be available to take you through this journey, and I do have some expectations. Is for you to be prepared to learn and share your knowledge and unlock your creative and innovative thinking. Use a smart approach to time management, proactively interact with your facilitator and your peers. To complete this module, you need to have some commitment. First, you need to take responsibility for learning through the journey, master the content of the module, apply knowledge and skills to your context, work context, and real life situations. And you should pledge to successfully complete the module. Here are my details, and I thank you. Now let the journey begin.